Welcome to another episode of 1000 Bodies Podcast. I'm your host. I'm your Exhibit A. I'm your King Gerald Jones. So today we're going to get into it. We get right into the body bowl. No hesitation. Y'all know what the body bowl is. If it's your first time watching, the body bowl is a list of names or tickets of names of women that I've slept with over the years. And I'm going to pick one randomly and give a story. So the names have been withheld to protect the guilty. So there's no actual names on these because I ain't trying to get sued. I ain't trying to get in trouble. So what I do is I mark the name. I have them all marked with numbers. I'll pick the number and I'll go to my pad and I'll check out the number and I'll tell the story from there. Oh yeah. So look, I'm gonna close my eyes, do my little. All right. I got a ticket, y'all. The body ball. This is called the body ball. The body ball. I got a yellow ticket. Let's see. Yellow ticket. We have yellow. Oh, we have yellow ticket 496. Yellow ticket 496. Yellow ticket 496. Another another one, and it's crazy because I'll be having some good little experience. Anyway, another one. Let me think. So this girl that I'm about to tell you guys about, it wasn't usually, I think the previous episodes, it's been about women that I've had maybe one sexual encounter with. This one, I kind of dealt with her for a little while, but it's still a story to tell nonetheless. We were never together as girlfriend or boyfriend, but I was second her, sleeping with her for a little while. So where do I start? What I'm Oh, we're gonna rate her. If you guys are new to this, I rate the person. This person, this person is bad. She looks good. I know you guys probably go check my episodes because they're not always bad. They don't always look good. So go check the previous episodes so y'all can see the regular women, the not so regular women. But this particular girl, she bad. I'm going to give her, of course, 100 on the body because she had bodied up. I'll give her a 90 on the face. Pretty face, real pretty face. Wasn't flawless. What's a and when I rate, if y'all know, it's on a percentage. Like when you guys are in school, it's like on a percentage wise. So it's like from 100% A being an A. I think 80% is a B, 70% is a C, and so on and so forth, going down and everything in between. So her body is 100. Her body was superb, flawless. Next is the face. Her face was 90. Like I said, 90. Pretty face, nothing wrong with it. Pretty face, just a 90, not perfect. So it's a 90. So I met this girl at the gas station. I can remember, and this was kind of a while back. I met her at the gas station. I remember that, and she was looking good. She was pumping the gas. She was pumping the gas, and she saw me pull in. I pull in, and I see her. She see me. When she see me, and I don't, you guys know women. I don't know if she did it on purpose. I don't know if she intended to do this. So she finished pumping her gas, and she walked into the little gas station store, the little convenient, what they call it, convenient market or whatever. And I personally, I think she did it on purpose for me to give me some extra time to see her and talk to her. So as she's walking from the gas pump into the store, I'm checking her out, and it was like in slow motion. She looks at me too. She ain't checking me out. She just giving me the little look, glance. Nothing major, nothing. But I knew I was gonna holler at her regardless. So I'm looking, and everything is like in slow motion. And she's bodied. She's bodied up. I mean, you recognize her body a mile away. So she's bodied up, and she walks in, and she comes out. As she's coming out, here's my chance. I go up to her, and I'm talking. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? So surprisingly, as fine as she looked to me, she has a great personality, and she was down to earth, and she was real cool. She was funny actually when we first were talking. So we're talking, and it's vibing cool. I love fine women with great personalities. Anybody could be bougie. Anybody could be stuck up. Anybody could be arrogant. Anybody could be standoffish. Even if you're not attracted to the guy or don't want to talk to the guy, you still don't have to be ugly about it. But this is not her. So she's real cool. So we're talking for a little while, and I asked her for her number. I said, well, what you doing tonight? Maybe we could do something. She was like, okay. Now, this is at the time where I don't have a cell phone. And this is back in the day, if you guys could think. This is, and if you guys are older, I'm Unc. So y'all know I'm a little older. I'm Unc giving these stories. Um, I didn't have a cell phone, and this is what the time where only a few people had cell phones. I did not have a cell phone. So she happened to have a cell phone. She actually, looking back at it, had the little cell phone where it was just starting to take pictures. They were grainy as shit, but they were taking pictures. So I take down her number and I tell her I'm gonna call her or whatever. Like I said, it was cool. It was a cool vibe, and we don't talk to this day, but it was a cool vibe. So she leave, I leave, whatever, and I get to the house, and I got a call on the landline, the house phone. So I waited a few minutes because we said we were going to do something tonight. We said we were going to see each other tonight. So I call her. And she answered the phone. I'm like, hey, this is Gerald. So she's like, hey, how you? Bubbly, up tempo, nice, crazy vibe. So long story short, we were talking on the phone all night. We actually didn't see each other that night like I wanted to, but we actually talked on the phone all night. And in the conversation, it was a vibe. It was the great energy. She was funny. I was funny. It was cool. We were vibing. It was a cool little thing. So as I'm telling you, we're talking all night. So I'm talking to her, and outside of my apartment, I have a pool. So you can hear, and this is summertime back in whenever, you can hear the kids or people in the pool. And I was like, I can't hear. So I was like, I made some kind of mention about the pool. So she was like, oh, you have a pool in your apartment? I said, yeah. She was like, well, can I bring my nieces and my nephews over to swim? And I was like, for sure, it's cool. She said her cousin was going to come too. Cousin, remember this cousin, y'all. I'm not going to tell the story about the cousin. She's somewhere in his body bowl. Hint, 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 wink, wink, wink. But the cousin says she's going to come. She's going to bring her cousin too. So I'm like, cool. All right, y'all can come swimming. Y'all can come over and swim or whatever. So we hang up the phone. Fast forward to the next day. She comes over. She bring her nephews, and she bring her nephews, and she bring her nieces. And it's like, I think it's 6 of them. So she also brings like some little hot dogs and hamburgers and potato chips and soda and whatnot to drink for them. So cool, whatever, we vibing, whatever, having fun, whatever. She's cool. We having a real good, cool vibe. So she peels out. I remember she had the little Daisy Dukes on. I don't know if y'all still do women still do this? Because I haven't really been to a pool party in a minute. She had the bikini bottom. Of course she had the 2-piece on, and she had the top, whatever, and then she had the bikini bottom, or the bathing. I don't know what's the difference between a bathing suit or a bikini, but a bathing suit, and it's like open and rolled, open, like the zipper is open and it's rolled. So she got that little number on, and she's looking fire. She's looking fire like she looked when I saw her at the gas station. But she peels out at the pool. We at the pool, whatever. And she peeled out at the pool. And she got this brown, and then she's listening. I know she had this brown 2-piece bathing suit. Fire. It's the same complexion of her. The bathing suit was like the same complexion of her body. So it's like, I guess they call it, it's not the color nude, but I guess it gives the nude appearance or whatever. It's a little darker than nude, maybe like a little peanut butterish body fire. So she comes out, and I'm checking, of course I'm checking her out, but what I'm really tripping off and noticing is something that I like is she got the little stretch marks on the side of her going to her butt. And she's looking like a brown exotic zebra or like a tiger. She got the little tiger stripes, whatever, stretch marks, looking fire. So boom, I'm checking. I'm on her. I want her. So Anyway, that day passed, whatever, whatever, whatever. So as time go on, we're talking every day. We're talking every day. We're vibing every day. We clowning. She coming over my house or I'm going over her house. But although we're talking every day, sometimes she would disappear. She would disappear for a few hours, not answer her phone, or I don't know where she at. Or at times she would disappear overnight. Crazy. So she would disappear for a few hours during the day, and sometimes she would disappear at night, and I couldn't. And then she'd be like, "Oh, I was asleep" or something like that, or whatever. So, but other than that, for a month straight, and we didn't have sex. We wasn't having sex. We wasn't doing anything sexual. As a matter of fact, and this is about to be crazy. During this whole month of us getting to know each other, talking, and she started calling me her best friend. They wasn't saying besties back then, but she was calling me her best friend. So I guess I'm her best friend. But it's crazy because normally, had I got friend zone, I would have pulled out of there. I'm out of here. But for some reason, I wasn't feeling the vibe like she was really thinking I was her best friend. Although we had a good connection, everything was cool. I wasn't feeling like she wanted to be. I don't know. I just couldn't explain it. Although she was saying the best friend thing, I was still getting the flirty and the vibe like something sexual. So I went with the little best friend thing. I played the little backfield for the best friend. Don't get me wrong, she didn't treat me like just no friend because we still flirted and we still, but we never did nothing sexual. So this lasted for like a month that I was her best friend. Even when I used to go to her house because her and her mom lived together, she introduced me as her best friend. So her mom kind of gave her the eye. Y'all mom know who y'all best friend is and ain't. So her mom kind of give her the eye, and her mom kind of give me the eye, like best friend, whatever. So anyway, I'm her best friend for a month. We're talking every day. Fast forward, now it's about to get thick. It's about to get real. So one day I'm about to go over her house, and I'm driving, and I'm pulling up, and as I'm pulling up to her house, I see her, but she's there with a dude, and she's hugged up. So I'm like, oh, forgot to tell y'all. So the cousin. I'm gonna rewind. So the cousin, when she used to be going missing, and when she used to be like going missing for a few hours or overnight, her cousin alluded to me that she had a man. She didn't say it out now, but she used to kind of like suggest little things. But I wasn't tripping because I wasn't tripping. If she had a man, that's cool. I wasn't tripping. So I really wasn't tripping. So the cousin used to suggest that, she got a dude or whatever. And her cousin, when she would be missed, the first time the cousin came over, I tripped out. It was wild because you came without your cousin. So she came, knocked on the door. I answered the door. She was like, "Is my cousin here?" And I was like, "Nah." And she's like, "Oh, okay." She's like, "Can I come in?" So I let her in or whatever. So the cousin had been coming. Whenever old girl would disappear, the cousin would come over. That's crazy. But that's not the story about the cousin. Forget the cousin. Getting back, fast forward back to this. So I'm driving and I see her hugged up with a dude in front of her house. So I don't want to blow up her spot. It all makes sense. The cousin told me she'll go missing for a couple of hours or a few hours a day, or she'll be gone overnight. It all clicked. She got a boyfriend. Never told me. I never asked. I never was tripping. I never cared. So, but I see her and I keep going. I see her. She see me and I keep going. Keep going. Don't want to blow up her spot. So I get home or whatever. I'm like, dang, it's all adding up. It all makes sense. So about 30 minutes while I'm home, she called me. She said, "Hey, what's up?" I was like, "What's up?" She was like, "Why you didn't stop?" I was like, "Why I didn't stop?" I was like, "It seemed like you had company or whatever." She said, "Yeah, but you could have stopped." I was like, "Well, I didn't want to blow up your spot, whatever. I don't know who that." She was like, "Well, yeah, that's my boyfriend." And I was like, "Oh, why you never told me you had a boyfriend?" She said, "Why you never asked if I had a boyfriend?" Touche, touche. Uh, I said, "Well, I really don't care." She's like, "What you mean you don't care?" I said, "I don't care." She's like, "What do you mean?" And I just kept saying, "I don't care." And I don't know if she was trying to like I don't know. She just wanted to know what I meant by I don't care. And I just didn't care. It wasn't really nothing more to it. But she was like, what do you mean? Anyway, so we're talking on the phone still. And she's like, yeah, he saw you too. I said, he saw me. He don't know who I am. She said, he does. I said, well, how would he know who I am? And this is crazy. This is for the younger people. Y'all not about to get this. The older people, y'all know we are about to get this. She like, he saw you in my top 5. Do y'all know what the top 5 is? Top 5 is the top 5. Okay, for y'all that don't know, the young people or whatever, or who don't know, if you my age, you know. So top 5 was MySpace, how Facebook and Instagram, social media. I ain't gonna say it was the first social media site, but it was like a big site, MySpace, that was preludes to what you see now with social media. So you was able to put the top 5 favorite people on your profile. So that could make you or break you. That could kill you or bill you. So, so she actually put me at her top 5. So the dude, her boyfriend saw it, and she's saying I'm her best friend. So he said, "Yeah, I saw him in your top 5 on MySpace." And so I was like, "Oh," and she was like, "Yeah, of course. You know, he went through your pictures. You know, he saw you, so he know what you look like. He know what your car looked like, so he knew it was you. So he asked, why didn't I stop too? Like it was kind of weird for me to stop, not to stop if I'm really your best friend." So I was like, "Yeah, I kind of understand that. It would be weird, but you put whatever." So she was like, "Well, what you doing?" I said, "Nothing, just at the house." She was like, "Well, I'm about to come over." And I'm like, "All right, cool. You come over, whatever. Nothing different. Come on over." It's different now because now I know she got a boyfriend. What did this mean? Nothing really. Nothing really. And I'm not pressing her. Well, we share light little sexual innuendos and flirting, but nothing went that level. So anyway, we hang up, and she comes to my house. So she gets to my house, and she comes, and it's late, so we go straight to the room. And she's been to my house, she's been to my room, she's been in my bed before, not under my covers, but on top of my covers. So it's really nothing different. She's been to my house. I'm her best friend. So this time she come in, and I jump on the bed, whatever, grabbing the remote, about to watch TV. She comes in, and she take off her clothes. She get butt naked, bodied. So I see her, and she's over there, and she's bodied up, and I'm like, in my mind, I'm not about to say no. What are you doing? But in my mind, I'm like, what are you doing? So I'm like, like the cartoons. So she's bodied up. Oh my God. Again, I'm like, so she's naked. So she's walking around the bed in front of the TV. I see the tiger stripes, the little brown zebra stripes again. Fire. This time I don't just see it from the side booty. I see it all on the booty. Buns shaking, rumbling, bodied up. I remember she used to have the little 4-pack with the flat stomach, but then had major cheeks out of nowhere. Anyway, so she comes around the bed, and she get in the bed. Boom. Guess what she does next? Guess, you guys. She started blowing me back, blowing me down, bossing me back. Cabeza, cabeza. Y'all mental. Hitting me with the mental. So she blowing me back, cabeza, boom, 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 boom. Pause. In this moment, I don't really understand. I don't know. Maybe she thought I was gonna stop talking to her because now I knew she had a boyfriend, so she had to do something or prove something. I don't know. Women, y'all know. I don't know. I just know what was happening. So anyway, she bossing me back, bam, boom, boom, bam, boom. She do her thing. She doing her thing. She doing her thing to me. She do her thing. Boom. She lay down. She do her thing. I'm doing my thing. We doing our thing together. So this is a crazy part too. As I'm doing my thing to her, she tell me, I love you. So I act like I didn't hear her. Mm, mm. I act like I don't hear her. She tells me again. No, she say, "Did you hear me?" I said, "Huh?" That's the black hun. The black hun is like, "I heard you, but I'm saying I'm stalling." The white hun is like, "I really didn't hear you." So I'm like, "Huh?" She was like, "Did you hear what I said?" I said, "Yeah." So I don't say I'm not about because I don't. But as a woman and as a vibe and as an energy, I can understand, truly understand why she would say that and what she was feeling. So I respected it. I wasn't like, oh my God, how could I understood? We was really connecting and vibing during the best friends stage. So I got it. I understood it. Anyway, after that, now we smashing not every day, literally, but all the time, often. Now we own it. I'm cracking all the time, even though she got this boyfriend. Now, the thing is this, she still used to go missing for a few hours and then sometimes overnight, but it did drastically slow down from her being missing. And then we start calling ourselves being honest with each other. So, because I was talking to other women, I was still dating and doing my thing with other women. So we call ourselves being honest with each other. As a matter of fact, quick side note, I remember one time she was at the house and she was washing dishes. If she's watching this, she's gonna be laughing. She's washing dishes and one of my other female friends came over. She popped up, knock on the door, I open the door, and she walk in and she see the girl that I'm talking about washing dishes. And the girl that's washing dishes like say it, give her a sarcastic like, hello. So a girl say, hello. And then she was looking and she like stood there for a while and then she walked out. But anyway, point being is I still was talking and dating other women. So I really wasn't tripping about what she was doing either, even though she was still going missing for a little while. Not so much as much, but still doing it. I can even remember, and so I'm cracking, I'm busting it. Now we best friends. She's still introducing me, telling me people I'm her best friend, but I'm cracking now. As a matter of fact, I remember one time I went over her house and she was she was getting out the shower or in the shower, and she was waiting for her boyfriend to come get her, or well, he was coming to get her to take her to get her a new phone. So I cracked like, so I bend her over the toilet. She got her knees on the toilet and her hands on the wall, and I'm cracking, I'm smashing, and he called like, "Hey, I'm outside." So she's like, "Hold on, I'm still getting dressed. I'll be out there." So I'm cracking. So that's the kind of situation she had me in, like sneaking behind her dude, but we still were cool. It's crazy because I know I guess it's scandalous, but it didn't seem scandalous because we were vibing, we were connected. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's just what it is. So anyway, fast forward, getting back to the story, getting back to the point. Boom. So that take a life of his own. Fast forward to where it kind of went haywire or sour or for him. So another time, I'm coming over a house and it's the evening, and I'm driving, and I see her and him, but this time they're at his car. He's sitting in the seat and she's standing up with the door open, and I see her. But I remember she said, "Don't just drive off. Don't not say nothing. He know who you are." So I'm like, okay, let me play it cool this time. So I'm driving. I'm like, "Hey, what's up?" And she said, "Hey, what's up?" And I stopped. I said, "What's going on?" And I see him like look around. I hope I described it right. He's sitting in the car, the door's open, and she's standing right here. So he's looking around, and I see his eyes locked to see it's me. So he say, "Where you from, blood?" Y'all know what this means. This man is a gang member. He's a blood. The the jig is up. He's a blood. He say, "Where you from, blood?" I said, I said, "Hey, don't ask me nothing like that, because I'm a grown ass man. Not saying grown men can't gang, but bro, release that pressure. Release the pressure. Uh, boom. Where you from, blood?" So after I say, "Don't ask me that." He said, "You trying to get smart? You trying to get smart?" So now it's the pressure. I said, I ain't trying to do nothing. He said, blood on my mama. This is before, and this is before they were saying dead on the dead homies. Blood on my mama, I'll pop you. And so she like, and he started like reaching down. This man is reaching for a gun, bro. She say, At this time in my younger age, I really, not saying that I fear it now. I just wasn't, I don't know what, I can't even tell you, but I wasn't. I think I was thinking, I know this fool ain't about to pop me in broad daylight, but fast forward the years, the times we living in now, it happens. So that's what I guess I was thinking, like he's not about to pop me just out here and get caught. So anyway, he said, "Oh my mama, I'll pop you." I said, "I don't give a fuck about that gun." I said, "We can fight." So he stands up and she's trying to like hold him back, but he has the gun in his hand. I get out the car, bro. Again, I don't know what my logic it was. I think my logic was he's not about to just shoot me. I don't know. I was young. I don't know why I was thinking that, but this is the life. This is what happened. So we're arguing with loud, whatever. She's hollering, telling him to stop and and don't do that at my house, in front of my house. I told you, her and her mom live together. Her mom hears it and she comes up. Mom, I know y'all not doing this in front of my house. She's like, I told you, girl. I told you don't be doing that. You got these two boys about the da 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 da. You need to pick. You need to choose. You don't need to be fucking with these two boys. Da, da, da. So the mom going in, the mom going off. And she say his name like, don't be doing that. Don't do that. And then she say my name. Da, 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 da. So she's like, y'all don't do this in front of my house. And so she's on her daughter. And she really like telling her to choose and pick right now in this moment. Like, you ain't about to do this in front of, like you need to tell one of them now. So she looks, and I was surprised, but not surprised at what the answer was or what she said. So she looked at him and she said, I'm going to fuck with Gerald. I'm going to fuck with Gerald. So he looked at her. He like, oh, blood. And he get in, and like she moved away from the car and he get in the car. And I'm like, right then in the moment, I'm like, I understood it. I understood it because I knew we were vibing, we were connected. You know how I go when y'all be meeting somebody and y'all just mesh like that, regardless of them having a boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. It was what it was. So I wasn't surprised because I understood the energy, I understood the vibe. But I was surprised because this is her whole boyfriend. But I guess I should have been surprised. Well, this is her whole boyfriend, but she ready to jump ship. She ready to choose. She ready to, and I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. Even though some people might think it's cold, scandalous, or whatever. Did I at the moment? No, because I understood the connection we were having. Let me move forward. So he gets in the car and he drives down the street. This fool drive down the street, get out the street, stand in the middle of the street, and shoot in the air the gun. Now, quick side note. I know where he's from. I knew where he's from. I knew some people that was from the. So I did my little research. I did my little find out who the boy is. And come to find out, they say the man was a shooter. They say he's not gonna fight you, but he'll shoot your ass. So it was kind of crazy that I survived that or didn't, go with that. So they say, so whatever. So he shoots. So we go in the house. So her mom is still on her head, on her case. After her mom leave and go in her room, we're in the living room and we kind of make a joke about it, laughing like he gonna cry in the car. Like he gonna cry in the car. So no more than 15 minutes after we in the living room talking and whatever, he calls her. He calls her cell phone. She asks me, she's like, is it cool if I pick up? I'm like, yeah, I'm not tripping. Like whatever. And I'm kind of feel like explain to him whatever you need to explain to him. Like, whatever. I'm not just like, oh, don't talk to me. Like, because you playing yourself. We've been best friends, vibing and going through this. So I'm not putting no pressure on, pressure released. Whatever pressure you was putting on you, pressure released. So She picks up the phone, asks me, can she pick up the phone? Go ahead, talk to him. Boom, she talking to him. Woo, woo, woo. I'm sitting on the couch. He's begging and pleading and telling her that's messed up. And after all I did for you, I done bought you a phone. You know, I be giving you. He's laying it on it like that's messed up. That's messed up. What do he do for you? What can he do for you? Boo, boo, boo. Quick side note. At this time, I'm broke. I'm broke. I I'm only able to pay my I'm literally only able to pay my rent and, and put gas in my vehicle. Broke. Done. Can't do nothing for nobody. But it survived. So he's telling her like he can't do nothing. He broke da 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 da. So I went from sitting on the couch to laying on the couch. And this fool is crying, not crying literally. He's begging and pleading, you know, whatever, 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 whatever. So I went from sitting on the couch, laying on the couch, to going in the room, falling asleep. I wake up, come in the living room. He's still pleading his case for this to get back with this girl. She was fine. She was fine. She was cool. She was a vibe. I don't know if he understood that too or felt that too. Maybe he was just going on a physical. She fine, but I understood. I wouldn't do it, but I understood why. Do I want to say weaker or lesser men? Weaker mentally, weaker men would do that. So this fool talks to her on the phone to like two. I can't really remember. I just remember the joke being like to 2 or 3 in the morning. I don't know if it was literally, but I remember me and her joking about it. Like this fool pled his case to 2 or 3 in the morning. So she finally hangs up the phone, comes in the room, get naked. She do her thing. I do our thing. We do our thing together. Point being, it didn't matter. All that pleading, begging, talking, crying, negotiating. It didn't matter. It don't matter. Men, all that negotiation, talking. If she wants you, she gonna. If she wants you, she gonna want you, and you gonna know it, and it's gonna happen. All that pleading, and that's why I don't even do. And it's crazy that I did the best friend thing with her because I never felt like less than. But I don't do the platonic friend, because you, and it's cool if you don't like me. It's cool if you don't understand, because you might not understand a vibe. You might be used to something else. So it's cool if you don't get my vibe. I don't be too worried about women not choosing me because a lot of women don't be making good decisions anyway. So any man, here's a little game for you. Don't worry because they don't be making good decisions anyway. So don't let that sway you from being confident or who you are. So getting back to the story, no matter, let her go. Don't beg, don't plead, let her go. I'm kind of done with that story, but I do want to point this out. After a while, not a while, but after he ended up going to the county and then he ended up going to prison. So now she's all on my hands. Now, I didn't want no girlfriend, wasn't with that. So she wasn't my girlfriend, but we did fuck with each other heavy. And we caught ourselves still being honest with each other. So when he left, per se, she became my problem. My problem in a sense where I was now the old news, I guess. And I remember this. She had a ringtone. Her phone used to go crazy. She had a ringtone that ushered, can you handle it? Can I go there, baby, with you? Every time that ringtone rung, her phone rung, it was a nigga trying to, and she still was going missing sometimes, and she still was spending the night going missing hours. So now, this is just, and this is another thing I want to say. I remember one time I caught her lying and I questioned her about it. And this is strictly for what I'm about to tell you. I looked into her eyes and this is when I realized she had hoe eyes. Hoe eyes is a real thing. I used to talk about this way back in the day. Hoe eyes. Hoe eyes is like a blank. Like when I was questioning her and she like admitted that she did it, it was like, yeah, I did it and I'm sorry, but I can't stop. Yeah, I did it and I'm sorry, but I won't stop. Like that was the, and it was blankness, just like looking through her and her looking through me, but she's saying in her, with her eyes, yeah, I did it. I got caught. I'm sorry, but I can't stop and I won't stop. I'll get caught again. Like I can't stop. Hoe eyes. Hoe eyes is a real thing. You only could find Hawaii. You can't tell Hawaii's over social media or in pictures or on videos. You got to be up close and personal to understand and feel Hawaii's. Hawaii's is a real thing. And Hawaii's, you have to know what you're looking for. Like you could see somebody, and if you don't be like, I'm about to check their Hawaii's, it'll go past you. You're not going to get it. So Hawaii's is a real thing. When she became my baggage and my problem, I saw the Hawaii's. I started seeing, and don't get me wrong, we were still vibing, we were still cool, we were still friendly. But now I got this little brick of Hawaii's. Like I know she's what they call 304. She's promiscuous, a little more promiscuous than I would expect or want. So that's that. That's that. That's that. That's the end of that. That's the end of that. That's it. So I gave y'all the lesson with that. Y'all know what that is. Y'all know what that is. So that was the body bow. That was the girl in the body bow story, whatever. So next on the podcast, we're going to go into the segment of body talk. For y'all that's first time watching, body talk is where you guys email to 1000bodypodcast at gmail.com, and I read one of the emails and answer it. I've been doing, go check out the previous episodes. So I'm going to read the letter. The email. Let me get up in this pad. Okay, here we go right here. Hey, King Gerald Jones. I'm a black woman in my late 30s, and I feel like every man I've been with has cheated on me. It's not just my relationships either. Almost every couple I know has dealt with infidelity. Loyalty is starting to feel like a myth. At this point, I'm wondering if I'm just unlucky or if this is just how things are. My heart wants to believe there are faithful men out there, but all the evidence I see says otherwise. Do all men cheat, or am I just setting myself up for disappointment? Thanks for reading this. I'm truly at a loss here. Sincerely, a woman on the edge of giving up. Body talk letter. So, for the most part, she's asking, do all men cheat? And I will say this. Yes, naturally, yes, all men cheat. But there is an opportunity and a chance in a small window to nurture that out of them, to nurture that out of a man. But why would you want to do that? Why would you want to fight nature, you ask? You don't. You shouldn't. So innate men are unfaithful. They're not meant to be monogamous. It's unnatural, but it can happen. But in my research, my studies, my observations, I can kind of see and guarantee the men, the very small men that don't sleep with, and I don't want to call it cheat because I don't cheat, and I know men that don't cheat because they're honest. Honesty, cheating is lying and deception. Honesty is not cheating because I'm letting her know and she has the option. So lying, cheating, do men cheat? Yes, naturally. From my observation though, the small number of men that don't cheat can't cheat. And what I mean by that, they're like the undesirable men. So for the most part, I say all men cheat and can cheat. Don't get me wrong, it can be phases where they stop and slow down. Even if you look at the natural law of things or order. Before I give you this natural law and this natural order, I was going to make a comparison to the lion. I want to tell you guys, monogamy is unnatural for a man. I'm about to tell you guys something you guys have never heard. Although you guys be on social media, y'all be hearing all this, and that, a million things, all that, whatever. I'm about to give y'all something y'all never heard. The brain. Naturally, the brain. We go from, when we're born, when we're created, we go from cell form to amphibian form to reptile form to mammal form, which is the dominant creature. Of course, a cell, ejaculation, sperm, or egg, cell forms combined. Then you go from amphibian form where you're in your mom's stomach and you're moving through the water like a fish, amphibian, tadpole. Then you go to reptile where you're born and your skin is softer. You're still getting used to light. You're still getting used to heat. You're developing as a baby, as a child. Then you grow hair and you grow up to become a mammal in its full brain. The thing that separates all these classes is the brain capacity. In the mammal kingdom, there's only two species of animal that live a life full of monogamy. Those two animals are the whale and the bird. The reason why they do this is because of their brain proportion. If you think about a whale, the whale has a size brain of a human, but he has more body to control. He has more body that he has to maneuver. So in hindsight, his brain is small in comparison to his body, although he has a human brain, the size of a human brain. But then you take the bird, peacock, whatever bird, hence the phrase bird brain. These are the only mammals that operate out of a lifetime of monogamy. So why would you want to do bird brain activity? Why would you want to do bird brain things when you have such a sophisticated brain? A bird brain. Just I'm gonna let that sit. I'm gonna let y'all sit with that bird brain. That's what bird brain behavior is. And us as the dominant mammal, we should be able to observe what's good, what's not, what's nature and what's not. Now, also getting into it, I've told you guys this. I think I said this on. I know y'all probably getting tired. The people that keep watching, you guys probably getting tired of it, but I'm gonna say it, and it's the reality. On average, the ratio from woman to man, there's 7 women to 1 man. So who's not supposed to have a man? Who's supposed to be a queen? Who's supposed to be a side woman? Who's supposed to not have nothing? And let's say this, when I say the ratio is 7 women to 1 man, let's say available women to available men, because there's equal amount of males and females being created, yes. But if you deal with the life and nature and what happens, even in the beginning of time with wars, and even looking at now, you have so many men in comparison to women in jail. You have so many men dying in comparison to women in beefing, war, or fighting. So there's only one and this is average. So you sometimes it's higher in different countries, different places, different regions. So go to your region and find out what the scale is on ratio from women to men. So those two things alone, those two examples alone should show you that monogamy is unnatural for a man. So to answer her letter, yes, men cheat, but you need to find you a king. Even a king, even in the kingdom, even in the lion kingdom, like I was saying, the lion has a harem of women. So if you're being honest with yourself and being honest with the world, what you've seen, what you perceived, I think a lot of people, a lot of women and men are walking around angry because they just don't get it. Y'all don't get it because y'all not getting to the core of nature. So to answer your letter, yeah, all men have the capability of cheating, and you have some that can nurture. I was gonna give a I was gonna give an example of when I first really opened my eyes to a man cheating. I'm not gonna give the example because then the things that I say, they'll know who I'm talking about. But I'll say this: I had a pastor who I used to not chill with because I was a kid, but I was cool with his son, and he used to pick us up, whatever. I just thought about another one, but anyway, and he used to be cheating on his wife, and it was kind of like offsetting because I had been nurtured to understand one woman, one man get married, and this is the pastor. Oh my God, the pastor is doing this. So, needless to say, I learned young, and then I cultivated my education, cultivated my information, cultivated my observation, and became knowledgeable of what's really going on and why I had the urges. Even and don't get me wrong, a man can love you. A man could be 9 inches deep in another woman and be in love with the woman at home. So don't take. I used to tell people. I used to tell women this. As long as you're trying to chase that man's penis, you're gonna be forever dizzy. You're gonna be forever trying to. You need to find out where his mind is, where his heart is, where his morals are, where his standards, who he's loving, who he wants to put first. Because if you following his penis, you're going to be forever dizzy. You're going to be forever in a trance. You're going to be forever hypnotized. So to answer that letter, I hope I answered that letter. And we can go on all night, all day on facts and things. But I just wanted to share because I can't give y'all the whole force feed. Hopefully y'all could take those small nibbles and understand. So one point is the bird brain. We're going to just focus on the bird brain. We as the dominant animal, the dominant mammal, we don't want to operate out of a small brain behavior. Oh, go Dodgers. We want to operate out of a sophisticated brain. We don't want to operate out of a bird brain or a whale's brain. And that's all I got to say about that body talk letter. So I guess I'm going to conclude. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe. You guys watching TikTok, go to my YouTube, like, subscribe, share, hit the whatever, blow my podcasts up. I'm going to keep coming with information, keep coming with heat, keep coming with stories, and you guys need to come and watch me. So, red light. In conclusion, I've learned not to beg a woman to be with you if she already made her choice. I've learned that everything that glitter ain't gold. I learned, and I hope you guys are learning these lessons too. And I learned that a best friend can be a good thing. So I conclude, again, you guys, 1,000 Bodies podcast. I'm going to keep getting better. I'm going to keep giving y'all heat. I need you guys to like, subscribe, whatever. You guys, don't forget and make sure you remember to be fruitful and to multiply. Thank you.